Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News First at 4 starts now.
Good afternoon. I'm Devin Skillian in for Karen Drew today. First at 4, local officials are touting the success of an unprecedented partnership to reduce gun violence. In the past hour, Mayor Duggan and a who's who of Wayne County law enforcement gathered. They say clearing a COVID backlog in the court system is getting more accused felons into the system quickly, and that is lowering the number of crimes. The mayor says there's an 18% reduction in homicides, 100 fewer shootings, and the number of carjackings is down from 10 per week to 3. The mayor says the improvements are bringing justice for all.
All anybody wants is justice. If somebody's innocent, they ought to be acquitted. If it's a first offense or a minor offense, they should be treated fairly. But if they are a violent criminal, the victims have a right to justice as well, and that's starting to happen again.
Now, that news conference just wrapped up here in the past few minutes. We've got a crew going through more of the numbers and the claims about improvements. We'll have a live update coming up on Local 4 News at 5. Other news here on First at 4. The focus on reducing gun violence comes as Detroit police investigate the shooting of a 16-year-old boy on Detroit's west side. Police say there was an argument between the teenager and another person on Cheyenne Sunday evening. That other person fired shots, and the 16-year-old right now listed in temporary serious condition. Police have not shared a lot on the suspect yet, but we will keep you posted as we learn more. Police in White Lake Township are investigating after a 16-year-old drowned in a local pond, apparently after being chased by police. Investigators tell us officers first responded to a Tractor Supply Company on Highland Road at 2 in the morning Sunday for an alarm. 2 people were seen climbing down from the roof and running away. Police caught one of them. The other ran into a wooded area. When the 16-year-old didn't make it home by Sunday afternoon, a search was launched, and his body was found in the pond near that Tractor Supply Company. Coming up at 5, we're looking at how someone could get onto the roof of that business in the first place. Madison Heights police are investigating a man accused of being a social media predator. They're telling us there could be more victims in this case than they know about. Oakland County prosecutors have authorized a 5-count felony warrant for Baron Dukes on criminal sex claims. You see his picture here. The charges come after allegations that he contacted a 12-year-old girl on Instagram, Snapchat, and then through text messages. Dukes is accused of asking for explicit photos and sending photos of himself. He's currently in the Macomb County Jail, but on unrelated charges. So anybody with any additional information that might add to the caseload here are asked to contact Madison Heights Police. As we head to the first forecast, let's take a live look at the Mount Clemens Skycam. Cloud overcast right now. We get closer and closer to sunset here, but we could have some rain and light snow coming our way. Let's get the latest from forewarned meteorologist Kim Adams. Kim.
Well, this won't be anything too impactful, but it's something you'll want to be aware of as you drive to work tomorrow morning. Tonight, it's dry. It's just a little chilly for this time of year by about 5 or 6 degrees. Metro Airport 37 also in Ann Arbor, upper 30s downtown, 37 in Monroe and Grosse Ile. It's about 5 degrees colder than it was at this same time yesterday at Metro Ann Arbor and also in Howell. Now tomorrow, a little bit of rain, maybe a wet snowflake in the morning, and then as we go into the afternoon hours, could see a few more areas of rain, but this will kind of be off and on. If you live south of I-94, though, you'll more than likely have more snow than you will that wintry mix. So I'll break that down for you in the forecast, but the temperature trend will be the other big story this week. Take a look at our highs going all the way into the low 50s by Friday, then falling off for next week. We'll talk more about that wintry mix and where that snow line sets up in a few minutes.
All right, Kim. Israel keeps calling for Palestinians to evacuate so they can avoid being caught up in any new military strikes, but that's only leading to more questions about where they should go and if they'll actually be able to find a safe place. Pamela Osborne in the newsroom tracking the deadly choice that's facing hundreds of thousands of Palestinians. Pam?
Devin, good afternoon. Israel says it's trying to exterminate Hamas after that horrific terrorist attack back on October 7th, but it's hard to quantify how successful this military campaign has been. However, it is easy to see the impact on civilians who've been caught in the crossfire running for their lives. Today, Israel shared this video of its forces in Gaza. The military says it's targeting about 200 alleged Hamas positions there. Palestinians are faced with the choice of remaining in the path of Israeli forces or trying to squeeze into smaller and smaller slices of the Gaza territory. Right now, about 2 million people are crowded into just about 90 square miles miles that make up South and Central Gaza. Humanitarian activists say moving all those people around only adds to the dire humanitarian catastrophe, with many surging toward the border with Egypt.
We have started to see a lot of people, tens of thousands of people, starting to move into Rafah. So the first thing people need is somewhere safe. The second thing they need is somewhere to shelter.
From our perspective, we are operating in order to alleviate the civilian casualties. We are operating in accordance to international humanitarian law, the laws of armed conflict. What we are doing is trying to get people out of harm's way.
Israel is facing rising pressure from Congress to do more to protect civilian lives. Senator Bernie Sanders and others are telling the Biden administration they're done, quote, asking nicely. And that could threaten military funding for Israel. There's much more from the Middle East when we join you tonight for Local 4 News at 5. For now, Devin, I'll send things back to you.
All right, Pam, we will see you then. We are also covering more news from your communities, and today we're going to start in Macomb County. We had a crew in Harrison Township for the opening of the new Sheriff's Marine Division headquarters. The old HQ was built in 1974, last updated in 1985. Sheriff's Office says it was definitely time for an update. The new 14,000-foot facility features administrative offices, dispatch, locker rooms, a boat garage, and more. Twice as big, in fact, as the old headquarters. Cost more than $10 million to build. We move south to Wayne County, where you have a chance to help a local hero win big, but time is running out. We told you a few weeks ago, Mama Shu of Highland Park is one of 10 finalists to become CNN's Hero of the Year. You can vote online to help her take the top spot. Now, supporters can vote up to 10 times a day, but just know that the voting ends tomorrow night. CNN's Hero of the Year will receive $100,000 to support his or her work. The winner will be announced December 10th. So let's wish Mama Shu good luck, and let's give her all the support we can. The holiday season is filled with so many fun things to do, a lot of extra things to do. Add that on top of your usual responsibilities. You may be feeling a bit stretched during the holiday season, but also overstimulated. Christy McDonald has a closer look at how that can impact our state of mind.
If you have run out of room in your December calendar and you have all of the to-do lists piling up, this story is probably for you and for me. The hustle and bustle of the holidays already adds so much to our plate, and experts say that can lead to sensory overload.
Our day-to-day life and the mental load that it takes to operationalize our lives is a lot.
It's a season of preparation and celebration, but often it can all feel like too much.
What about creating beautiful memories for my family? And what is my Christmas menu going to be? And do I have the right presents for people? And are they going to like? I mean, it goes on and on.
Dr. Lisa McLean is a psychiatrist at Henry Ford Health. She says adding all of those holiday tasks on top of our regular responsibilities can leave our brains feeling overstimulated.
For little kids, we see temper tantrums and emotional overload and falling on the ground and kicking your arms and legs, right? But for adults, it may just be you're more cranky, you are having more emotional outbursts, the daily rhythm of your life seems to be disrupted.
To ease your mind, Dr. McLean says try to drink and eat in moderation and prioritize getting sufficient rest.
It's really easy to burn your candles at both ends, but it's really important to get good rest so that you can show up in the way that you really want to during the holidays.
Focus on doing less, but being more present.
Do you have to bake 25 batches of Christmas cookies? Or maybe it would be okay to just bake 5. Or maybe this year, instead of doing a world record gingerbread houses, we can just do the graham cracker ones and keep it simple.
And try to avoid multitasking.
It does feel like having like so many tabs open on your phone all at one time. And that what happens when you have all of these tabs open on your phone all at the same time, it drains the battery of your phone.
Instead of keeping all of those apps running in your brain, Dr. McLean says you should really concentrate on what your 3 priorities are and be more intentional about what you're doing in the present moment and why it's important to you. I'm Christy McDonald. Back to you.
All right, Christy, experts say it can also be helpful to limit your social media consumption. Seeing others life highlights, but not their struggles, can add to the pressure that people feel to do a little too much.